Planet Zebes. I used to call this place home. This week's character breakdown, or should I say characters, is Samus and Dark Samus, who made their first appearances in Metroid for the NES in 1986, and Metroid Prime for the GameCube in 2002, respectively. Despite Samus being a blonde, in the original Metroid she was portrayed with brown hair. Dark Samus was partly inspired by the Ruins Test in Zero Mission, where Samus fights a mirrored version of herself. And the Morph Ball solely exists because it was easier to animate than Samus crawling on all fours. What's up, YouTube? I'm Choctopus, and this week we're going to cover both Samus and Dark Samus, the galactic power suit wearing bounty hunter, and her doppelganger. And this is the first time that we've covered an original fighter with their Echo, and in the future some Echoes will be covered separately from the fighter they're based on, if the changes are drastic enough. But these two are fairly similar, and we're going to go over all the changes. So first up, some of Samus's attacks are fire-based, whereas Dark Samus's are phazon-based. And due to the way Dark Samus stands, she has a larger hurt box than Samus, which makes her easier to hit. Samus will use her Morph Ball when rolling, whereas Dark Samus doesn't. However, Dark Samus can act 3 frames quicker as her roll is slightly faster. Now, you're not able to see it right now, but Samus has a smaller initial hitbox on her up smash and a larger hitbox on her F smash. For Dark Samus, it's the complete opposite. So Dark Samus has a larger initial hitbox on up smash and a smaller hitbox on F smash. Now, what this really means is Samus is going to have a harder time hitting smaller opponents when grounded because the initial hitbox is smaller. And the last major difference is that Dark Samus's down tilt has 6 more frames of shield stun on down tilt than Samus. Other than that, the playstyle of the two are virtually identical and you can play them the same. Speaking of playstyle, while Samus can be seen as a zoner due to all of her projectiles, she plays best when combining them with a rushdown or playing defensively. I'm looking at you, Spamus mains. And before we jump into the full breakdown, let me know down in the comment section below if you prefer Samus or Dark Samus. Be sure to place your votes for next week's character. Samus has a 1-2 jab, which actually doesn't true combo until higher percents. So as far as jabs go, it's pretty poor and it's easy for opponents to fall out and punish. Now, you can use jab 1 to lock, but other than that, it's hot garbage. Dash attack now lacks combo potential, but at higher percents it can be used as a kill option, and it begins to combo out of a mini and slightly charged charge shot. Samus's F smash can be angled upward or downward, and it's a powerful KO option. It also has a sweet spot, which is the blast from the arm cannon, and angling it upward will deal more damage and have increased knockback from both the sweet and the sour spot. Now, Samus's F smash is one of the fastest in the game, but it has a significant amount of end lag as well, making it highly punishable. Samus's down smash is a leg sweep, and the front hit deals slightly less damage than the back hit, but it's a good option for punishing rolls and 2-framing an opponent, which means you can catch your opponent in the 2 frames that they're vulnerable when grabbing the ledge. Other than that, it's pretty weak and it won't KO until very high percents, even at the end of the stage. Up smash is Samus's most damaging smash attack and a good anti-air option due to it hitting multiple times and covering above her head. Now, as mentioned earlier, the initial hitbox from Samus's up smash is a bit inconsistent with smaller characters, unless you're right on top of them. You can use this to protect against overhead attacks or to punish landing opponents. Samus's neutral B is her charge shot, and like most projectiles, you can cancel it by shielding, dodging, or rolling. New to Ultimate, you can now charge her shot in the air, so you can also cancel it by air dodging. Now, a few things to know about the charge shot are that it'll beat out other projectiles if it does more than 9% damage of opposing projectiles. So it'll pass through things like Mario's fireballs, Link's arrows, and more. If it connects with a projectile that is less than 9% different, it'll tie, and if the projectile has a hurt box like Pac-Man's fruit, Rob's gyro, or Snake's grenades, it'll lose. Now, a fully charged charge shot is powerful and has great KO potential, but you'll also make uses out of mini and slightly charged shots as well. Samus will benefit more from mini and slightly charged shots as they open various combo potentials because they stun your opponent briefly. Some good examples of this are you can do a charge shot into a dash attack, you can also do it into a grab. Down B is her bomb, which can be used in a number of ways. First, they can be used to ledge guard, so you can just drop them off the stage, and you might gimp a recovery or stage spike if the damage is high enough. In some situations, they can be used for horizontal recovery in combination with screw attack. And because they explode on contact, they can be great for damaging and breaking shields in combination with charge shots or missiles. They also give Samus some good air mobility, so you can use it to bait your opponents. Side B is missile, which will launch a homing missile, but if you smash the control stick when hitting B, you'll fire a super missile, which is not homing, but it's faster and will deal increased damage. Both are great because they set up for a variety of things. So if you knock your opponent off the stage, you can follow up with an aerial attack. You can also use it to break shields in combination with bombs, and you can use it to bait out shields for grabs. If you knock your opponent off the stage, you can use the homing variation to force an air dodge, which you can then follow up with a punish. Super Missile actually sets up into a lot of other combos as well, so at mid-percents you can do Super Missile into a short hop fully charged charge shot. You can also do it into a fair, and then you can also do it into an up air. Up B is Screw Attack, which is Samus's recovery, but it's also a good out-of-shield option and combo finisher in the air. It's a good attack for chasing vertically, and in some cases can be used to pick up a kill at high percents. And from low to mid percents, you could short hop down air into it. Now, the Screw Attack in combination with Samus's weight, jump, and bombs make her a good character for chasing opponents off the stage, so don't be shy. Samus's F-Tilt has a sweet spot, which is the foot, and can be angled upward or downward similar to her F-Smash. At high percents, you can use this to knock your opponent down to set up a tech chase situation, which can also lead into a confirmed charge shot. Up tilt is this overhead axe kick, and this will spike only grounded opponents, which can lead into things like up air or screw attack. However, if landed on an airborne opponent, it'll knock back instead of up, which makes it a good kill option when ledge guarding. Down tilt is another high percent kill option because it's quick, and both can be used to two-frame an opponent. However, down tilt has a lot of end lag, so can be punished if whiffed. Samus has a strong aerial game, starting with her Nair, which hits on both sides. It's a good high percent kill option, but you can also auto-cancel it by fast falling. Bair has multiple uses. On stage, you can use it to block opponents that are approaching. It's also great as a ledge guard tool because it hits multiple times, so if you knock your opponent off the stage, you can use it to ledge guard. The same goes for using it as an anti-ledge guard. If you're hanging on the ledge, you could drop jump into a fair and hit opponents who are trying to trap you. Then you have back air, which is another good high percent kill option, both on and off stage. It also has a sweet spot, which is the heal, which deals more damage and has more knockback. This is another good ledge guard option because if you knock your opponent off the stage, it's very easy to hop off the ledge and do a back air. And whether you hit them with the sweet or sour spot, it really doesn't matter. So your opponent's off the stage, you're on the ledge, you drop back air, and then you recover. Then we have Samus's down air, which is a spike. Now it's a little slow to start, but it is very nasty. So if your opponent is under you, you hit them with a down air and spike them into the lava. You can also short hop down air on stage, and that will lead into a variety of other attacks. So you can do it into screw attack, and you can even do it into an up air. Then you have up air, which is this overhead drill kick, and this is great for juggling your opponents. You can also ladder it into another up air or into a screw attack. And like a lot of other attacks, you can use it as an anti-ledge guard as well. So if your opponent's trying to trap you on the ledge, you can just come up with an up air. Samus has a tether grab, which means it's a ranged grab, and it has pretty good range too. You can also use it for more than grabbing, so you can use it as a recovery option. You're coming in kind of low, you can grab the stage, and you can snap back pretty quickly. With that being said, don't be afraid to use it more and mix up your recovery options. You can also use it in the air, which is called a Zair, but just know that it'll work more as an attack and it will not grab. And some good uses for Zairing are, if you're on ledge, you can do a drop down into a Zair to recover if your opponent's approaching. You can even use it on stage to help keep the space between you and your opponent. Then you have Samus's actual throws. You have forward throw, which is good for establishing stage control, and then you have back throw, which is good as a really high percent kill option, but also good for throwing your opponent off stage. Then you have down throw, which is the most used, and some of your bread and butters are going to be down throw into a fair, and down throw into an up air. And then you have Samus's up throw, which is the most damaging and strongest throw, but also sets up really well for juggles. So that's it for Samus and Dark Samus's breakdown. Remember, while there are minor differences in each character, they can be used effectively in different matchups, but ultimately play very similar. Also keep in mind that Samus is not meant to be played strictly as a zoner, so get in there and utilize her great aerial attacks and ledge guards. If you like this video, leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe if you're into this kind of stuff. You are into this kind of stuff, right? Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.